Arjuna's concentration, focus, leads to mastery. Long ago, in the kingdom of Hastinapura, Guru Dronacharya trained the young princes in the art of archery. Among them, Arjuna stood out, not because of strength, but because of his unwavering focus and dedication. One day, Guru Dronacharya decided to test his students. He placed a wooden bird high on a tree and called them one by one. Guru Dronacharya, each of you will take turns aiming at the bird's eye. But before you shoot, tell me, what do you see? Yudhishthira: I see the tree, the leaves, the sky, and the bird. Guru Dronacharya: you will not hit the target. Step aside. Bhima stepped forward. Bhima: I see the tree and the bird. Guru Dronacharya: you see too much. Step aside. One by one, the students answered, but none satisfied their teacher. Finally, it was Arjuna's turn. He took position, his eyes locked on the target. Guru Dronacharya: Arjuna, what do you see? Arjuna: I see only the bird's eye. Guru Dronacharya smiled. Guru Dronacharya: shoot! Arjuna released his arrow. It flew straight and struck the bird's eye with perfect accuracy. Turning to the other students, Guru Dronacharya said, this is the power of focus. When you see only the goal, nothing can distract you. From that day on, Arjuna's name became synonymous with precision and mastery, proving that true success comes from undivided attention and determination.
Namaskar everyone. My name is Nivedita. I am an educator. My passion is to teach children all across the world. This series about the selected verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Today I have selected one verse from the Gita and my intention is to explore the verse together. So let's get started with the journey. So today our topic is the essence of self-discipline, and we are going to gather wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita. Ancient wisdom offers solution that is timeless, that is eternal. Today we are going to explore together what can we get from the ancient wisdom. So, before that, let's begin with the prayer. We always start classes with the prayer, and this session is for children and parents together so that parents can have meaningful discussion with their children. I would invite everybody to fold their hands, sit straight, and you may repeat after me. Are you ready? Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. All right. So let's look at the map of today's journey. We are going to begin with a story, and then we're going to explore one shloka from Bhagavad Gita, and then we are going to organize our discoveries and we'll try to make some connection. Then going to look at some real life case studies, then see and debate whether self-discipline is important or not. And finally, if we think it is important, we are going to create action plan. My only request to all of you, dear parents, that you encourage your children to keep an open mind because they should be thinking, they should be taking responsibility. So I would like to create thinking students who are empowered, who know how to make right choices. So I would like all of you to wear your thinking hat and be ready. So let's start with a story. This story is about Arjun. So Arjun is one of the five Pandavas. Okay, so I'm going to play the video, and while you are watching the video with your parents, I would like you to think about how did Arjuna display self-discipline. Okay, are you ready? All right. I'll just share my screen. One, right. Okay. I hope all of you can see my screen. If yes, you can show me thumbs up. Oh,
Leads to Arjuna's concentration, focus leads to mastery. Long ago, in the kingdom of Hastinapura, Guru Dronacharya trained the young princes in the art of archery. Among them, Arjuna stood out, not because of strength, but because of his unwavering focus and dedication. One day, Guru Dronacharya decided to test his students. He placed a wooden bird high on a tree and called them one by one. Guru Dronacharya, each of you will take turns aiming at the bird's eye. But before you shoot, tell me, what do you see? Yudhishthira. I see the tree, the leaves, the sky, and the bird. Guru Dronacharya. You will not hit the target. Step aside. Bhima stepped forward. Bhima. I see the tree and the bird. Guru Dronacharya. You see too much. Step aside. One by one, the students answered, but none satisfied their teacher. Finally, it was Arjuna's turn. He took position, his eyes locked on the target. Guru Dronacharya. Arjuna, what do you see? Arjuna. I see only the bird's eye. Guru Dronacharya smiled. Guru Dronacharya. Shoot. Arjuna released his arrow. It flew straight and struck the bird's eye with perfect accuracy. Turning to the other students, Guru Dronacharya said, "This is the power of focus. When you see only the goal, nothing can distract you." From that day on, Arjuna's name became synonymous with precision and mastery, proving that true success comes from undivided attention and determination.
All right. So I guess now we have some idea about Arjuna and about his self discipline. And I am hoping you have discussed with your parents in the story where did you see self discipline? Now let's discuss. So, like we can see that the unwavering focus that Arjuna had throughout the story, and then he had mental clarity. He exactly knew where to shoot, he exactly knew what his target was. Then there was emotional control. Arjuna was young, but he could resist other temptations and could do what is right. Then, of course, dedicated practice. Arjuna has spent hours, day and night, to practice archery. So, like that, yes, students, if we want to master something, we really have to practice. I know practice can be boring sometimes, it is, but our job would be how can we make practice interesting? If I ask you today, on a scale of 5, how much should you rate yourself on focus? Think. If I'm not wrong, maybe 3, maybe 4 on an average. But if I ask you, how much would you rate yourself on focus while you do your most favorite thing, like playing video games or watching a movie or reading a book or playing with your friends? It will be 5 out of 5. Am I right? Yes. Which means all of us, we are all capable to focus. But the question is, why can't we focus? It's because we don't find the thing interesting. So the problem is not with focus. The problem is we don't know yet the perfect way or different ways to make things interesting. Today, I would like you to think that the thing that you don't like at all, but you know that is good for you, how can you make that interesting? If you need my help, you can write in the comment box. I'll try, or we will try together to come up with some solutions. And of course, you can discuss with your parents. So, this is the shloka from Bhagavad Gita from chapter 5 and talks about self discipline. But today we are going to look at the shloka through different lenses. Now, it is important to understand, dear students, that our Indian philosophy is very deep. We focus on different angles, different things, and we believe that there are different ways of looking at one thing. So, when I tell you what are the great philosophers wrote about the shloka, you will understand it better. But before that, let's recite this. You all fold your hand again. Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam avasaday atmaiva yato atman bandhur Atmaiva ripu atmanaha. One more time. Uddharit atmanatmanam. Natmanam avasadaya. Atmaiva yatmano bandhur. Atmaiva ripu atmanaha. Now let us look at different commentary. Let's begin with Adi Shankaracharya. So Adi Shankaracharya is one of the very important philosophers guru, and he is the one who started the idea of, rather popularized the idea of non-duality, Advaita. That is, there is no two, there is only one. So according to him, no external savior is needed. Your real nature is divine. You are divine, just that you don't know because of illusion, because of Maya. Uplift yourself through Viveka, discrimination, that is, to know the differences between what is permanent and what is not permanent, and Vairagya, detachment. So here, Adi Shankaracharya is telling us that the power is within, just that we have to know it. We have to reflect, and it will come. We don't need any help. We are enough. Whereas Ramanacharya, who believes in Vishishta Advaita Vedanta, meaning there is divine, there is Lord, there is the whole, and we are the part. So according to him, is strive, yes, but rely on God. You are a spark of him, and through devotion, you rise. So here we can see that he talks about God and he talks about his role. Finally, Madhavacharya, who is duality, where there is God, is us. We are separate entity, like this master and servant, like that relationship. Effort is needed, but God alone saves. Know your limits and humbly seek His grace. So, dear students, it's up to you which commentary you would like to follow, because all of them are self realized soul. It's about you which path you would like to follow. Now, let's look at one story, and this will further tell you more about this shloka. Going to share my screen again. Give me one moment, please. This is the story about two wolves, and this is a story I'm going to read for you, and I would like you to think. So, are you ready? Okay, story time. Once upon a time, in a quiet forest, a wise grandfather sat by the fire when his grandson, the boy, looked troubled. Grandfather, he said, I feel like there is a battle inside me, like two wolves fighting. One wolf is angry, selfish, greedy, and full of pride. He is always ready to snap, to lie, or to hurt. The other wolf is kind, peaceful, honest, and loving. He listens, helps others, and forgives easily. There are always fighting. Which one will win? The grandfather smiled gently and said, the one You feed my child, the one you feed. This story tells us something very powerful. Inside each one of us, there are voices, like these two wolves. Our anger, jealousy, and fear pull us one away. Our love, wisdom, and peace pull us together. Long ago, Lord Krishna told Arjun in the Bhagavad Gita, Uddharet Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet. Lift yourself by yourself. Don't let yourself fall because your best friend and your worst enemy is you. Can you connect this with the philosophy that we have discussed previously? It's connected to which philosophy? I would like you to think about it, all right? And this is definitely talking about self effort, reflection, right? What does this mean? It means you have the power to choose which wolf to feed. So we are making choices all the time. During our waking state, we are making choices. You can listen to your kind voice or the angry one. You can be your own best friend or your own biggest problem. Think about it. I know we blame others sometimes. Whatever has happened to me is due to XYZ, or maybe I didn't have enough resources. I'm not that privileged like so and so. But think about it. Who made you think like that? Who is telling you to believe that? It's your mind, nobody else. The next time you're upset, stop and breathe because you need to be in charge. You need to have the remote control and control your mind and not let your mind control you. Ask yourself, which wolf do I want to feed today? Know that you are strong, you can choose, you can grow. I would like all of you to close your eyes and believe that you are strong, you can choose, you can grow. Irrespective of what has happened in the past, there is a possibility because you are divine. You can do that. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Just like Arjuna, you too are a warrior, not of war, but of the mind and heart. So, where is Kurukshetra? Kurukshetra is inside us all the time because you have to make decision all the time. Every day is your Kurukshetra, your battlefield, and every good choice you make is your victory. Nobody but you are responsible. Remember, lift yourself by yourself and feed the good wolf. So, dear students, I would like you to remember this and let me know in the comment box what do you think about the story. Do you like the story? Do you believe that we can lift ourselves or we can't? Now, let's look at some of the scenarios together. Rohan loves playing video games, but he also wants to do well in his upcoming math test. Every time he sits down to study, he gets distracted by his phone and gaming notifications. Relatable? Right. As a result, keeps postponing his studies until the night before the exam. When the test day arrives, he realizes he's unprepared and feels frustrated. So, dear students, I would like you to discuss these questions with your parents and come up with a response. Okay? I would like you to be realistic and consider Rohan's desire. Be in Rohan's shoes. I know all of us, we know what is right, but it is extremely important to analyze the problem, to understand what is Rohan going through. Unless and until we don't know that, we won't be able to solve the problem. Just by telling idealistic things doesn't help us to solve a problem, right? So I would like you to think about it and discuss with your parents. There is another case study. So I would like you to take a moment and look at the case study. So what do you think about it? Ananya is passionate about basketball and wants to make it to the school team. However, he struggles with waking early for practice. He often stays up late watching TV, making it hard to wake up on time. What do you think this case study is talking about? This is called addiction. Screen time is addiction. It's a huge problem now. And trust me, people who are making these things, they exactly know what you want. They exactly know. So it's up to you. Are you going to be producer of experiences or consumer of experiences? Know that the more you become consumer of experiences, your mental well-being goes down. And the more you become producer of experiences, your creativity increases and your mental well-being goes up, your productivity goes up. So you have a choice to make today, like the good wolf and the bad wolf. So of course, she misses several practice sessions and doesn't improve as much as she hoped. And we know after that, right? So again, I would like you to discuss these questions with your parents. The next one, a group of students, including Arav, is working on a science project. The deadline is approaching, but Arav finds himself procrastinating, thinking he can finish everything at the last minute. When the day comes, the project is incomplete, and the entire group faces criticism from their teacher. Arav feels guilty for letting his team down. Okay, so yet another problem. I would like you to think about it and discuss with your parents. Now, let's come to this interesting part of the session. We need to understand logically if self discipline is necessary or is it not necessary because it's boring, it's monotonous, it's so rigid, right? Now, it's not that only you are thinking self discipline to be rigid. There are several philosophers who were against rigid discipline. And there were also philosophers who were in favor of self discipline. So, dear students, as you're growing up, it's very important that you find out about these philosophers, researchers. You read and know more. Don't rely on people, don't rely on friends, okay? Because you can raise yourself by yourself, remember? So start reading. If you don't like to read, listen to audiobooks. but it's very important for you to be exposed, as in to know what are the different views. Don't just follow a particular YouTuber or a blogger and be inspired. How do you know the person is doing right thing? Right? So it's very important, dear students, you yourself, you read and analyze. Like you can see, there are both views. However, according to the history, we have seen that civilizations like Roman, Ottoman civilization, Mughal Empire, they experience decline. You know why? Because lack of self-discipline. And also, there are examples like the Spartans. They are known for discipline, right? Very rigid discipline. They lacked innovation and adaptability because they were too disciplined. Okay. So, one hand, not at all disciplined, happy go lucky, being very spontaneous about everything. And another end is like extremely rigid. So, I would like you to think, how can you strike a balance? Because too discipline can make you like a machine, and lack of it can make you directionless. So the choice is yours. Now, let me take you through some examples of famous people whom you might know. Those people in their initial days, they did great, like Mike Tyson, Van Gogh, Oscar Wilde. We know them, right? But what happened towards the end of their life? It wasn't good at all. You know why? It was due to lack of self discipline, which means, dear student, even if you become famous with lack of self discipline for the sake of argument, you won't be able to maintain that. You won't be able to sustain that. So, dear students, it's very important that you have some schedule, you have a structure. I'm not asking somebody will create it for you. Yes, somebody can help you if you need help, if you ask for help. But you need to come up with your own structure. That will help you to grow. Now, let us look at some example where self discipline helps. For example, I really like this one, the first one especially, the Stephen King, who actually wrote 2,000 words every day, including holidays and birthdays. Can you believe? Right? Then Elon Musk, I know. So these are all examples. These are examples of the people whom you already know. They're alive. I did not include examples like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda. They are great people. We know they had very strict schedule. Okay. But also, let's look at some contemporary examples. You might be thinking, oh, these people are just rich. They don't have to worry about anything. No, they have very, very uh, elaborated schedule to follow because they were working, they were being productive, they did a lot of things, they are doing a lot of things, right? So Elon Musk, Mr. Beast, I know your favorite YouTuber who is supposed to be very rich. So even Mr. Beast, Virat Kohli, Emma Watson, right? These people, they're the people whom you already know. Even they have a structure created by them. Now it's your time to create. So I would invite you to start small. Choose one area, one at a time. Don't try to do for 1 hour of exercise if you're not used to exercise. It won't be possible. You know, the trick is the trick is to be able to do it every day, not the duration. Duration factor comes later. Because think about it. This system of yours is not used to anything. It's just used to wandering around all the time. And suddenly you're asking, spend 1 hour exercising, 1 hour reading book, 1 hour meditating. Won't be possible. It will be like a rebellious child. So if you really want to succeed, you have to think about starting it small. So choose one area, build discipline, even if it's for 5 minutes or even 2 minutes. Yeah, we might fail sometime, and that's okay. Trust me, because you know the true courage lies where? True courage lies when we fail and reflect. Again, we get back. That is strength. And when we can do that, means you are already winning. Then find community who will support you. You share your story with others. You make somebody else accountable if you can't take your own responsibility. Tell your friend, tell your parents, whoever it is. Tell God, right? Then celebrate your progress. If you are able to do it, tell yourself that, yes, I can do it. Lastly, I would like you to reflect on your self discipline. For that, in the description box below, I have shared a Google form which you might want to answer. And there are also some interview questions for parents. So you need to interview your parents and answer that. All right. Okay. So now that you have discussed about self discipline, I hope the concept is clear and you will be able to apply that in your life. And I pray to God that you are able to apply. We are going to conclude today's session with a closing prayer. Just fold your hand, sit straight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are going to conclude today's session with a very short awareness of our body, of our breath today. So, as we chant Om, I would like you to observe your breath. Can we sit straight, spine straight? Close your eyes gently. Take a deep breath in, and I would like all of you to focus on your breath. Om. Deep breath in and out. Long exhalation. And in and out. In and out. When you're ready, rub your palm, turn your eyes, and gently open your eyes. Keep smiling and keep believing in yourself. If you like to attend this session again next week, I would like you to again log in online and please let me know if there is any particular topic you would like me to take up. So, dear parents and dear students, the objective of the session is to apply the shloka from the Gita. We are focusing more on the application rather than chanting. Yes, chanting is a part of that, but that needs mastery, that needs continuous practice. But what I think that if we start applying it, one day we will be able to chant the shloka. It will just come to you. Namaskar. Have a great week ahead. And don't forget to have your schedule and exercise your self discipline muscle.